Welcome to CommTrack, where we get to discuss movies in both loving and hateful ways. I'm your host, Tim Leifheit.
And I'm Jonathan Knoell.
And I'm Daniel Gill.
And we're here to talk some movies. Let's get started!
Woohoo! Alright, so for our first feature, we have Batman Mr. Freeze Subzero.
Yeah, this is one of the... this actually was a huge childhood thing. I mean, I think I was born at a time where Batman animated series was really starting to pick up. I think because I was born in 93, so...
So just when it started.
Oh, yeah, exactly. So I love telling people that I was born... I came out of my mother's womb watching that show. And I've been watching it ever since. And ever since it went off the air, because, my parents didn't have a whole lot of money and... cable kind of ran up our bill. I wasn't able to watch the TV show, and it ultimately got canceled, and we didn't have the channel anymore. And if you happen to hear a breathing every once in a while, that's Kiko the Wonder Husky.
Yay!
She's cute, isn't she? Right? Why don't you, yeah.
She's freaking adorable and evil.
Yeah. So we apologize if you happen to hear that.
Well, meet the station dog, folks.
Yes, indeed. But anyway, getting
Can
back.
I possibly get you guys to shift over just a bit?
Oh yeah, sorry about that.
Oh my god. There we go. Oh, much better.
Okay, let me silence myself. There we go. So, getting back to Batman.
Right.
Yeah, it's ever since the show got canceled, my uncle actually really smartly taped over a couple episodes, and I watched them it was my exactly. It was my fucking religion when I was growing up, man.
I have every episode of Batman, Superman, and Justice League on my computer.
Yeah, I need to get those from you, sir.
Yes, you do.
I have them all on DVD.
Yes,
and Batman Beyond.
See people.
And Batman Beyond, yeah.
This is why podcasting is like the greatest job on earth. People, you get to hang out with these amazing people. But I only had a couple of tapes. I think each of the tapes had like a couple episodes. Then I had Batman: Mask of the Phantasm and Batman Subzero, which we're going to watch tonight. So these were the episodes. This was the kind of stuff that I grew up on. But I want to know how you guys came to this particular movie, Subzero, tonight.
Well, for me, I actually watched Batman when it first aired. Before you guys were a sperm.
Yeah, because, I'm
old.
You're very old.
I'm very old. I'm 41 years old and still a nerd. Okay. No, actually, there was... Fox was showing this on primetime with the Bat and the Claw, I think they called it.
Oh, the Cat and the Claw.
Thank you, yes. I watched that because I actually was still watching TV at the time. And really quite enjoyed it. And then after that, it basically became something I did every afternoon. I'd come home after school or after college, and I'd watch Batman. Yeah,
I know. I mean, I actually, when I got the DVDs again, or at least like the first volume, that was one of the things that I really loved to sit through and watch at the end of my day, because usually I get home late at night, and I just want to watch something, to kick back before I go to sleep. And because Batman the animated series was perfect, because they were set up like mini movies. They were the perfect thing for me to sit back in my recliner with a couple of like mini deep dish pizzas and a giant thing of Coke and just kind of kick back and watch Batman.
So how'd you get involved in Batman, John?
That comes courtesy of my mother. Now, I've mentioned this on Late Night Taco Delivery before, but I wouldn't be half the nerd that I am without my mom, because she introduced me to Batman, she introduced me to Superman, just all of this comic book stuff, and then I go and break her heart and become a Marvel.
My parents are the same way. My dad actually, my mom both introduced me to comics. Numerous times in the 70s and 80s, my father would throw books at me. It's like, read this! Wah! That's how I read The Hobbit, and I read Batman, and I read Dune. Fantastic book. Oh my god. Still in my top 10.
Cool. I still need to sit down and read that. Did you?
Yeah.
Did you ever see the documentary Jodorowsky's Dune?
No, I've heard about it.
I'm going to have to show you that one.
I heard about it, though.
I actually have some of the original issues where Dune was published.
Cool.
Oh, wow.
That's Gretzky right there.
But yeah, a little background on Subzero.
Yeah, definitely. Let's because we need to talk about Subzero.
Let me tell you about my reaction to Subzero.
All right, go for it.
I was watching my friend Andrew, we watched it, and we were like, oh, this is really good. And he looked at me afterwards, I hate this film. And I'm like, how can you hate this movie? It was perfect. And he said, yes, it was. It was everything that Batman and Robin could have been.
Right. You know, we were actually just talking about this earlier, because this movie came out around the time when Schumacher was, leading Batman in the theaters.
Yeah, this was 1998.
Yeah, so 97, we were at an all-time low. I mean, Batman and Robin essentially killed the superhero genre right there and then.
Yeah.
And thank God that Bruce Timm, Paul Dini, and Eric Radomski came in and saved Batman's ass for us. I mean, we were watching this and we were like, thank you. We've got a Batman we can root for again.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, I guess that's the thing. This Batman, this is why Kevin Conroy is the greatest, because he saved us from Joel Schumacher.
This is the Batman we deserve.
Yes, indeed.
This I think is the this and Mask of the Phantasm I think are the definitive Batmans.
Yeah, well, I mean, even though I don't hold Subzero as highly as Mask of the Phantasm, because Mask of the Phantasm is my favorite Batman movie, bar none.
Mask of the Phantasm is fantastic, and I love the throwback they did in Justice League Unlimited.
Right.
Where they brought her back.
Oh my God, that blew my mind.
To kill Terry's parents. And she refused to do it. I'm like, it was perfect. I'm like watching this in the theater going, ah!
Right? Well, really, it was just because we actually got into a really interesting Batman story. Mm-hmm. What if Batman had the choice to not become Batman? That's a really fascinating take on the character, because it's always about the origin story, about his many adventures with all of his rogues gallery, some of the weird what if stories. But this one is like a plausible, hey, maybe this happened in Batman's career.
I remember there was comic books that they did back in like the mid '90s. It was called DC 3000. Mm-hmm. And they actually had a what if Batman and Joker's roles were reversed. Joker was like a lieutenant in the police department using comedy to solve crimes, and Batman was a bloodlusting vigilante.
That actually sounds like Earth 1 or Earth 2.
Oh yeah.
Where the Gesture and Lex Luthor are like the leaders of the Justice League. They actually did that for Crisis on Two Earths, which I thought was cool.
And as I recall, they did an episode of The Batman with that as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't see that one. Yeah, I never really got into The Batman as much.
I really liked The Batman. I think it got really stupid as soon as they started including other superheroes. Or superheroes, as I like to call them.
Yeah, I watched the first couple seasons of The Batman, but after that, I'm like,
It's not the same.
It's really not.
It's not the same. This is the Batman of truly the Batman for the ages. I mean, he gets it so right.
Yeah.
For all of you listening out there, you've heard it a dozen times. I mean, Kevin Conroy is and always shall be the real Batman. Whenever you pick up a comic book, he's the guy that you
that you hear in your head.
One of my favorite Kevin Conroy stories is after 9/11.
Yes, I love this one.
He basically volunteered at a soup kitchen to help feed the firefighters and the first responders, and he was just this guy,
Yeah,
and
no one knew him.
No one knew him. And then one of the guys like, "Oh my God, you're Batman! You got to do Batman's voice." It's like, okay, all right, hold on. I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman. And the place just exploded.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Everyone was so happy. It was the first time they smiled in days.
Mm-hmm. And I think they actually credited him to really lightening the mood, which was in dire... Yeah. I mean, when you're a hero like that in real life, to firemen who served during 9/11 in New York,
just a crisis situation there.
What a wonderful man. I mean, and of course, for all of you listening, you should also check out Kevin Smith's podcast, Fat Man on Batman. He actually does a interview with Kevin Conroy, and it's absolutely heartbreaking.
And I really, 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 I can't imagine anything else besides they're doing The Killing Joke, which was a classic story. They're doing it animated. Mark Hamill is in as the Joker. They've got to have Kevin Conroy. It can't work
exactly.
otherwise. This is the crowning achievement. This is the cherry on the top of the sundae. It needs to be there.
And you know what? If it's the last time those guys do those characters,
they've
fine.
Earned it. They've earned it.
Yeah, man.
Oh my God.
That is the best send off we can ask for. I mean, granted, those Arkham games were absolutely fantastic, but really, an animated adaptation of The Killing Joke, one of the greatest Batman stories ever written by the greatest Batman storytellers in animation or ever.
Mm-hmm.
That's right there is just like the send-off we all deserve.
Yes.
So
speaking of signing off, are we ready to go to the film?
Yeah, let's.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So we are get ready for.
We are hitting play now.
And
maybe
wait, hold on, and play.
Yep.
There's the Warner
our,
Brothers logo right there.
Yep.
Time Warner Entertainment Company.
Yep, and there's Bugs Bunny.
Yep.
Yeah, we could. It's funny how Bugs Bunny always made the animation stuff.
Mm. Yeah.
I don't know why. I really wonder why it just wasn't the Warner Brothers logo. Because, as you know, in the Batman animated series, they got away with just having the Warner Brothers logo and turn it into the blimp.
Yeah. And that's easily one of the coolest openings.
Oh, right,
ever.
Definitely.
And it's just so cool.
And it wasn't until they went lighter for the Adventures of Batman and Robin and Superman animated series where Bugs Bunny returned, and of course right here we have the Tim Burton music opening the movie, which is a nice little touch because I remember when Bruce Timm was talking about the music for the animated series, and he's like, dude, Danny Elfman hit the score just
perfectly,
right.
Yeah.
And
I'm actually kind of hoping that Danny Elfman does a soundtrack to a Ready Player One.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Oh, that'd be really cool.
Yeah, will be.
He's an 80s icon, but he still can be very current.
Mm-hmm.
It's just too bad Oingo Boingo will never get back together.
Yeah.
But I think that was like their last little tribute to it, because that was the music in the beginning was like their last little tribute, saying we loved you because you helped us get them off the ground. And, yep.
And they actually Shirley Walker, who does the music for who did the music for the vast majority of the DC animated shows, actually was Danny Elfman's conductor.
Yeah, that's how they got the show off the ground.
Yeah.
Now this sequence is really cool because when you look at the animated series, it's definitely a bunch of just like actual animated backgrounds.
Yeah, it's hand drawn.
But now because they got a budget, they decided, hey, let's go crazy with the underwater sequences. There's Mr. Freeze right there.
Dick.
At first when you watch it, you think like, oh my god, these polar bears are gonna kill him.
Yeah.
Oh wait, shit. Is this a John Waters? This is a John Peters moment. Superman lives.
Giant fucking spider.
You know what? There's no giant fucking spider in this scene. We need a giant spider in this movie.
Yeah, we have to settle for polar bears.
Yeah, well, Now this sequence is actually, I actually noticed watching this again that a lot of the military stuff and just like the tiny little stuff is always taken really earnestly. I mean, they're talking like you would see in like a movie like what's the Sean Connery movie, submarine movie?
Oh, Hunt for October.
Hunt for Red October. They actually you could almost tell that they took inspiration from those kind of scenes.
Oh yeah.
Here's Boyd Kirkland, who also wrote and directed this movie. And as you know, Boyd Kirkland, he had like a ton of
he's got a metric ton of just
credits to back him up. Mm-hmm. I mean, what else do we? Because
Star Trek: Next Generation, Nephi and the Brass Plates.
Don't forget Spider-Man and his amazing friends.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, God,
the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, so this guy, and even the original Spider-Man series. Mm-hmm. So, this guy's got like a long history. This I thought was really cool. No one can survive that kind of cold, and yet here's this dude who's almost half naked who can walk out in the middle of the Arctic.
Brisk.
Now this is really weird. Why is he like regular flesh tone?
Why is he flesh tone?
Yeah, why is he flesh tone?
Well, if you look, the polar bears are also kind of flesh tone because it's sunset.
Maybe, but that I remember looking at that. I'm like, wait, why is he? He looks normal now. Is it? Does being in the Arctic like turn his skin regular? But when you actually get into the cave, as you see, he turns like into his the kind of pale white that we're used to.
And on his next left, he'll walk right into the Fortress of Solitude.
Oh yeah. That's totally right. Yeah, why? Where's Superman? Where's Super? Maybe. Hey, you know what?
He's probably busy.
I wonder if those polar bears that John Peters never had in Superman Lives actually ran away to this movie, saying, "We don't want to work for John Peters anymore. We want to work for Bruce Timm."
There's actually a joke in Lego Batman 3 Beyond Gotham where Kevin Smith, who is a character in the game...
Oh, he is? That's awesome.
I played it all the way through. And he says, all right, now we're going to do the scene, and you need to be dressed as a polar bear. And so you actually have to turn a customizable character into a polar bear.
That's awesome. This I thought was really touching. I mean, this actually was like where you
basically,
really...
Mr. Freeze was not originally such a tragic character. He
was
just a bank robber with a freeze ray.
Yeah, it was a gimmick.
But the cartoon of Batman the Animated Series created him in such a wonderful way by giving him this dying life.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. I mean, this right here, fragile beauty clinging to life in this frozen wasteland. Just like you,
just that
Nora.
line in the original show.
Dude, that right there is just absolutely heartbreaking, man.
Yeah, but that line, the first one, I would cry tears if I had tears left to cry. Something like that. It hit you right in the face.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, man. I mean, and this I thought was, I mean, like, dude, lay off of Victor Freeze, man. Give this guy a happy ending. I'm super sad because, he's just hanging out here in the middle of his own little fortress of solitude. And a fucking submarine comes up right in front of him and almost kills his wife. Although, look at that shot's really cool. I mean, you can tell it's CG and everything. But that's, oh my God, this is just heartbreaking, man. I mean, can't you give Nora a break for a chance?
Did you notice the shoes that he's wearing, too, by the way?
No, I didn't.
They look like those hipstery shoes that everybody's wearing these days
No, that's not good.
Yeah, I know. I'm completely diffusing the tragedy here by
we gotta
pointing out
sink it
shoes.
in. We gotta we can't talk about shiz.
It's
not that kind of.
Give me shows.
It's not that kind of. It's not that kind of podcast, guys.
Oh my God, shiz.
So yeah, here the guys are out. And
I felt bad for him because he actually ended up. He's immortal now.
Well, yeah, because
Batman Beyond, he's ahead.
Yeah, because the condition that he's in actually kind of fucked with his biology.
He fought so hard to protect his wife, and then he got nothing.
And not to mention, he actually got cured in one of the Batman Beyond episodes, and only to have it deteriorate again. And when he's cured, you actually felt for him, like he was actually going to make it, but he didn't. And apparently, Nora's not going to make it through. That's a scary shot right there for a husband.
Cartoon? Oh yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. Now this, I thought, I don't know if this can actually happen, like an actual.
Hey, look, it's the Fortress of Solitude.
Yes, we got that joke already. But is it possible for a storm like that to lightning in a?
I have no idea.
Oh, I don't know.
Good question.
But, I've never seen it that cold. It's about to get a lot colder, sir. Now this was freaky. Oh, jeez. The entire crew, it just can you imagine coming back to that?
That would not end well.
No. And right on cue, blah. Oh man, that's got to be freaky. Like like some Arctic expedition just goes in there.
Gotham City 2 weeks later.
Now here's another really interesting choice. Like you can tell when you get down to the streets, you can tell it's like really hot in the summer. Mm-hmm. Isn't that an awesome setting for a movie called Subzero?
Oh yeah. Plus, the thing I love about this, and this is something that's more, you can still see the film dirt on this one.
Oh right, I love that. It's got that textural that was definitely present in like the later seasons. This sequence coming up, I really dug. Like, got a criminal pimping down the streets, bunch of trash that's repetitious because we want to save money.
Just look at that smile.
Oh, that's kind of Joker-esque, isn't it? Breaks in, fucking takes all the jewels, like a bad guy should in Gotham City.
Can you hit the AC, Justin?
You punks have robbed me for the last time. Myron is like the best old man name ever, isn't it? Myron!
Take the trash out, Myron.
And it actually reminds me, there's this joke in an episode of Superman the Animated Series where the Legion of Superheroes comes back. And they actually stop the Kents from talking to the Legion, and Martha just says, "Hey, I think Dukes of Hazzard is on."
All right, his part was like probably the best moment in the whole movie coming up. Just criminals turn into a dark alley right here. Boom.
And you can see the art style starting to change into the Gotham Knights season.
And there's our first appearance of Batman. What this is it. It actually took a little while for Batman to get here, didn't it?
Yeah, it did, about 10 minutes.
Yeah, isn't that something? So, but right here is where it's coming up. Well, how the hell does Batman stay on? Does he have like magnets?
The best Batman stories are ones that are not about Batman.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, this is about Subzero. This is about Mr. Freeze. This is about trying to rescue his wife. Batman he's almost like a framing device.
This is like probably the best part in the whole movie. Roll down the window. This like reminds me of Dark Knight Returns. Actually, just
I can see that.
Poke. Oh Jesus. Oh my God, that's my favorite moment like this entire movie. And we got Robin too.
Yep. This one is like a full family one here.
Yeah, exactly, because Mask of the Phantasm was like really dark. I mean, it was
I
was digging into Bruce, man, but this one, it's got Robin. And it's not overdone. It's not done in like the really stupid cheesy way that Schumacher did.
Yeah. There's the reason why this one was
taken out
put
the trash
directly into direct-to-video was because of the fact that Batman and Robin had just come out.
Yeah.
So it was going to be a problem of reception in that case. Mm-hmm. Because we already had a movie with Mr. Freeze.
Oh, I know, but you know what? This one did it way better, and thank God they chose Mr. Freeze as the villain.
Oh,
just so we can get rid of Chill, or nice to meet you. Hey, look, it's the Bat Phone. We never ever see the Bat Phone in the early days,
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's usually like a little comm thing that he has on his wrist or something like that.
Or there's always the episode Christmas with the Joker where he... Operation Cause and Effect.
Oh my God, that's right. They had the walkie-talkies.
Yeah, I'm just like, no.
Well, remember, this is the early days. I mean, that was like episode 3 or something of the entire series. So, cut them some slack. That was still a kick-ass episode. I still watch that every Christmas.
I watch it.
Okay,
now, with the Joker.
now Alfred, man, dude,
Alfred was made of awesome.
Yes, he was.
Zimbalist Jr.
That Alfred was like the best. He was witty and sarcastic and kind of mean, but he still was always very loving. Mm-hmm. I also really love the jazz score because for those of you who don't know, I'm a huge lover of jazz.
I'm assuming you've seen Chase Me.
Yes. Oh, I love that one. Had a great little jazz soundtrack, and I'm pretty sure these guys really love jazz too because later in the film you'll hear "Am I Blue." But we'll talk about that later because that one's got a little funny story behind it.
And there's the episode of Justice League where they force Batman to sing.
Commissioner!
As I recall, the music in this one is by Michael McCuston.
Yeah.
He also did the music for the first episode of Justice League. A few other things like that. This scene reminds me of the first episode with Harvey Dent. And the first episode with Poison Ivy.
Yeah. Oh wait for it, and boom! Ow!
My God, that was a nut shot in the head.
I know, right? That's awesome.
They really don't get doing
nut shots. Run away from the little girl in the run away from the girl in the outfit who's like half your size.
But yeah, just the juxtaposition of.
Open the door. Well, there's a comic strip. Basically, Batgirl was chasing Catwoman.
Oh, hang on 1 second. I love this.
All right.
This is like, dude, this is where Bruce Wayne just becomes like total pimp. This is like one of the few pimp Bruce Wayne moments. So he's like, 3 women, and he's like, "You got any advice on women?" And he's like, "Let me get back to you on that." Because I'm Bruce Wayne. I'm Bruce Wayne, and look at me, I'm cute.
He's got the pinchable cheeks,
Buffy,
too.
Deborah, and Caitlin. Hi, Bruce. So nice to meet you.
I wonder if they named that Buffy chick after Buffy the Vampire Slayer as a little ode to Joss. Well, I don't know. Maybe that was Buffy after this?
Buffy would have been getting off the ground.
Buffy was about the same time.
Okay,
this
so
is 97.
So yeah, 98.
98.
Okay, 97 was the first year that Buffy was aired.
So maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. That's Gregory Belson, our big antagonist. Who, he's not the most memorable villain, is he?
No, actually, he does come directly from the comics. And the funny thing is, in the comics, when he's when we finally see him for the last time, the thing that scares him off is a well-timed boo from Batman. That's the last time we see him.
I actually didn't know he was a member of the comics.
Yep.
And here we got Barbara Gordon, and look at that dress, man.
Damn.
I know, right?
Well, you got some friends that should dress him like that.
Yeah.
I think Julie or Katie or Bailey.
Well, don't worry, we'll get there. But going again, there's a. I forgot where I was going.
I find it interesting the lighting on the dress. It's very similar to the character of Ink from Batman Beyond.
It actually looks like Batman's cape. I wonder if that's...
Oh, yeah, just a bit, yeah.
I wonder...
That's definitely...
a little call out to her crush on Batman, because Batman Returns, that has like one of the best openings for a Batman episode, where just like this little daydream that she has. And
you mean Batgirl Returns?
Yeah, Batgirl Returns, and she just that... Babs! Hey, Babs! Oh man, that cracks me up all the time.
I will never forget the episode of Batgirl where she dies.
Oh man, that was brutal.
Over the edge.
I believe that episode blew my mind. Like the fact that they got away with it for one thing.
Yep. So yeah, the temperature's saying it's like the things are in the mid-90s, so it's super hot right now. And again, that's just a brilliant move for.
Warning.
That's just a brilliant move for a movie called Subzero.
Oh yeah,
you never expect this.
Exactly.
90 degrees?
It punches the jeopardy right up.
Oh, yeah, right? I mean, who really expects to drive down an icy road in the middle of, like, July or something?
August, yeah.
I didn't have my snow tires!
Oh, man, dude, I hope you got an insurance on that one. Like he's going to need it later. Spoilers. And this shot coming up right here where that is just... The red eyes are just excellent, man. My God. I want... Oh, God. I really wonder if there's like a little story to be told between these two in the old comics. Whatever.
I'd have to look.
Maybe, but... And this Bruce just confuses me to death. He's like the big pimp on campus, but he always refuses all the pussy that comes at him, man. At least, like, have a fling, man. Dude, your parents was murdered. Just have a little bit of fun. I mean, did you see that cleavage in that last shot?
Calls for no sex.
I mean, I understand not giving for a commitment, but... Whatever. Although speaking of commitments, this is right here. This is actually like one of the most realistic college ask me on a date sort of scenes you've seen in animation. Again with the jazz stuff. Yeah. I have a feeling that these guys really do have a big taste for jazz.
For like the 30s and 40s.
True.
Jazz was the big thing back then.
Definitely, but I got a feeling that they had like a bit of a.
But at the same time,
at the same time.
Yeah, at the same time too, you have to look at this.
Can you imagine like an episode of the Batman animated series where it does like the story of Robert Johnson?
That'd be cool.
The Crossroads and Batman versus the Devil.
That'd be cool.
Oh my God, I'm just like my brain just shut down. Sorry.
Well, they did have the episode with the jazz man that shot Gordon. You remember that one? Eye in the Night, where Gordon gets shot. Yeah. Not a cloud in the sky. I thought,
squish.
Oh, man. How does Batman do this stuff? Like it's just like a normal thing for him to walk through with wet shoes. All right, so blood test with Nora Freeze.
Yeah, my life is weird. Okay,
all our lives are weird, man. Look at us right now.
We kind of feed off each other.
It's true.
So yeah, it turns out Nora Freeze is dying, as per usual.
I'm just telling you like it is, because I'm an asshole.
But yeah, don't be an asshole around Victor Freeze. Emotions do not emit with this guy except pissed off anger, as clearly demonstrated right here.
He is really threatening for a guy who's pretty much just wearing a fishbowl on his head.
That's another thing. Mr. Freeze is really threatening in these movies. Unlike
he's like a beta fish swimming around.
And I love how one chunk of gold. I'm pretty sure that's probably worth like a few hundred at most, and yet he's willing to break into a hospital and hack into the archives for blood tests.
Yeah.
But again, going back to the original Submarine, these scenes play really earnestly. I mean, don't you know? They're treating it as if they're shooting like a live action movie with a script that is like the Nolan movies is grounded. It's got characters that have like their limitations and their character flaws and whatnot, and not to mention a sense of reality in the world that they're working in. I mean, they're looking into hospital records for a kind of to find a disease or a large vein discovered in the Arctic. Right
Sorry, I'm dying.
Yeah,
we're all dying. It's
you're Nora Freeze right now. It's okay.
Oh, and by the end of the movie, I'll be dead.
I
No,
was thinking about you in a dress.
Oh God,
honey, you should see me in a pair of heels.
Oh yeah, actually, I'm pretty sure that that's been
things
a thing.
I don't need to see in my life. Okay.
So I wonder if there's any names on here that I should have gone back and taken a look at that sort of thing. If there were names.
Barbara Gordon.
Her name is Barbara Gordon.
Isn't that wonderful? Wonderfully convenient that Batgirl, one of his arch enemies. One of the Bat family has the same blood type compatible. Right here.
Am I Blue?
Yeah, right here on the radio is playing Am I Blue. This now, if for those of you that aren't hardcore Bat fans, Am I Blue keeps turning up in pretty much all of the Superman, Batman, and Justice League.
Did Batman sing this in the Justice
Yes,
League?
he did. As a matter of Circe, one of the Greek goddesses, one of the arch enemies of Wonder Woman, came back.
That was a funny ass episode.
And turned Wonder Woman into a pig. Yeah, that was funny. And
episode's called This Little Piggy.
And Batman walking around with a pig, and the Joker's like, "Fuck it."
Yeah, that's actually a deleted scene.
I know, but still be funny.
But Batman,
just imagining it.
And here's the Sing 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 by Benny Goodman. That's one of my favorite compositions.
Oh, classic.
Great,
song.
I love that one. But Batman's like, Batman looks at Cersei. He's like, "What would I have to do to lift your spell on Diana? You have to give up something that is absolutely soul shattering, something you can never take back." And he gets up on stage and sings "Am I Blue?" That's
just look at the speed of the animation.
Yeah, that's another thing I love about this is like you can tell how the energy of the band is playing. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've told you before that my dad actually played with Benny Goodman, right?
Oh, he did?
Really?
Yeah. The Benny Goodman?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
My father was, believe it or not, one of the best teenage clarinetists in the country.
Wow.
And he was actually offered a job to play with the Benny Goodman Orchestra back in the late 60s.
Daniel Gill, experienced extraordinaire right here.
And but my father said, I thank you for the offer, but I got many other things I want to do in my life. He was going to the military. He was getting married.
Wow, that's awesome. And here's Mr. Freeze.
He's actually got a custom designed clarinet.
Wow.
With polar bears.
With polar bears, totally.
Yeah, with polar bears
totally.
on the clarinet.
You're fruitcake. I love how it's
fruitcake.
Pets allowed. No pets allowed. That's your
not
concern?
A pet. Dude,
that's your concern?
He brings in two fully
get
grown.
Off that man's car.
Now, which one of you is Barbara Gordon? It's interesting how he goes, him, as if he's Barbara Gordon. And when I'm watching that as a kid, I'm like, dude, nice Mr. Freeze, that's a dude,
Please, no!
That's a dude. That's not a Barbara. I don't know any men named Barbara, but whatever. Finally, Barbara Gordon comes up and does the right thing. Says, "I am
Barbara Gordon."
Yeah.
No, I'm Barbara Gordon.
Oh my God! If only that would have been so awesome. Just everyone. That would have been a really cool social event if that happened. Dude. That's a nice shot.
Deep hurting.
Oh yeah. Although Mr. Freeze probably is like whatever, because the circuitry in his suit's actually triple his strength, and because he
hard driver.
Oh, I know. See, again, he's like super strong, which is just an awesome little thing going on. And even Robin can't stand up to him. Shit. Fuck you! You're not going anywhere! And battering! It's funny. You remember how in Batman and Robin they had those plates that they threw?
Mm-hmm.
Looks like that was... this is how we really do it.
Yeah.
That's like...
Well, this movie outclassed Joel Schumacher very, very easily. Because he's freaking Joel Schumacher.
Yeah, the second shoe dropped.
Certain directors, they had such potential. Joel Schumacher made Sleepers. He made, 8mm. And then Michael Bay made The Rock. And,
What
Bad
happened,
Boys.
man?
What happened?
Bruckheimer, Schumacher, Michael Bay.
I think
exactly.
I know. Maybe they happened. Maybe they sold their souls to the devil to get the first hits, and now that's all being paid back later.
I don't know, man.
Now, wow, that's
Death to the food god.
Death to the chandelier. That thing's busted up. And now this sequence is awesome. I remember watching this as a kid. I'm like, yes, bitch, this is awesome. All right,
Yes, put her in the thing with the ravenous polar bears.
Well,
good idea.
They're trained. They're trained by Mr. Freeze. They know what they're doing. They know not to eat her.
Yeah, but they're trying not to spill a drop of blood here.
Whatever.
This is precious cargo.
Yeah, whatever. She's probably gonna get banged up.
But from Mystery Men. No, seriously, did you see that thing?
Yeah.
All right, I love this. Take my Corvette, and just run. And I love this look on his face right there. Now this right here, this sequence I thought was really just kick ass, and it's not even in the Robin costume. You would think he would turn into Robin, but he's like, no, I got to save her, like right now.
Don't have time to change.
Yeah, exactly. We got to just go at it, and because I bet if Joel Schumacher was going to do a scene like this, he would have had him turn into
CGI.
No, he would have turned him into Robin, and also get on the Robin cycle so he could sell some toys.
Yeah, probably.
That's probably what would have happened if Joel Schumacher had handled a scene like this. This actually does really play out like a Chris Nolan thing, because as you know, the Nolan movies weren't really about Batman; they were about Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Don't get John started on Bruce.
Yeah. I'll save my vitriol for a future episode.
Yeah, we're gonna be talking about The Dark Knight Rises in a future. So yeah, stay tuned.
I need to actually watch that movie at some point.
Don't worry, you will. I'm sure you can join either John or my side on it. Either way, it'll make a really great episode. So yeah, here we go. This moment coming up, we got the toll booth, lots of traffic, and of course, Mr. Freeze.
Close Encounter of the Third Kind.
Yeah, Mr. Freeze could give a shit, and this shot right here I thought was awesome. It's gratuitous CG, but you know what? Fuck it. It looks awesome. It looks awesome. I mean, even that. Look, even he's enjoying it a little bit. Just fucking wah! Hey! And then we got a big car pile up, and now when
every time they do toll booths in a DC animated thing, it's always interesting because they do some little subtle joke. Like there's an episode where the episode is Speed Demons from Superman the Animated Series.
Yeah.
Where just as they're going through the toll booth,
that's right.
They actually pay the toll.
Yeah, I thought that was cute. But this moment coming up, I thought was probably the best part of this action sequence. Robin's like, "Oh shit, how am I gonna get past this? Oh hell, I got this!" And like a badass, pops a wheelie, and I love this. I love this reaction from the cop. Like, damn, son.
And that exact kind of move would be later used for stuff like Teen Titans.
Oh right, yeah. Totally.
Moment of silence for the Amazing Teen Titans, not Teen Titans Go.
Yes, go. Don't. Let's just pretend that one doesn't exist.
It's too bad they ended Teen Titans.
Yeah.
It's too bad they never had a Last Airbender movie.
No.
Please, are you listening? Make more of the good Teen Titans and not Teen Titans Go. This I thought was really cool, actually, like an oil slick. Why didn't we see Mr. Freeze do this in the chase sequence in Batman and Robin? They could have totally done that.
Exactly.
Why didn't they do that? They could have totally taken advantage of that, but
Nope.
Now let's just throw all our money in the giant fucking impractical statues of Gotham.
Okay, by the way, who here would have loved to see the Justice League cartoon with just Vigilante and Shining Knight?
Yes.
Actually...
And the question.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, because the question has to be in there, because he's like my favorite.
I would have just enjoyed that show.
Yep.
Especially since the Vigilante had my motorcycle. Seriously, I almost had a motorcycle at one point.
Nice. That's awesome.
It's a long story. I'll tell you later.
All right, so Barbara Gordon wakes up, and it's really smart that they don't reveal where we are, because they'll reveal in a little bit, and it's actually a really kick-ass reveal. But they really made Barbara Gordon a pretty kick-ass character in this one. I mean, because as you can tell, she's a tiny little girl.
Oh yeah,
she's tiny for a college girl. She's one of those petite people, but yet she still because she doesn't let her body type diminish her in any way. She really still kicks ass. I mean, as you saw in some of the Batman series, she's a professional gymnast, martial artist, so she knows how to take care of herself. But even she still has her limitations, and they're realistic ones.
That's what I was going to say earlier on. There's a comic book called Batman Chronicles.
Yeah,
and there was an issue where Batgirl was chasing Catwoman through Arkham Asylum.
Oh, cool.
And the Riddler was in control.
Oh, cool.
So basically, Batgirl was outside of Joker's cell and trying to figure out the riddle. While meanwhile, the Joker's going, Eddie, open the door, Eddie, Eddie. It was the creepiest thing I've ever read.
That's awesome.
Hey, look, it's Bullock.
Yeah, again, these scenes right here, they're playing really earnestly. Like, Commissioner Gordon's giving all this shit. Like, I'll look for them here. Come on, people! A weird guy in a polar bear suit or in a weird
spot. Yeah,
it can't be hard to spot. I want my daughter found, and I want her found now. This is top Gordon right here. I mean,
the funny thing is that
it's the incomparable Bob Hastings.
You never really see what Gordon is capable of because Batman's always in the way.
Yeah.
When Commissioner Gordon actually stands up and does what he's supposed to do, he is an amazing cop.
Oh my God,
he's relentless.
In this,
and the thing about animated series that I also appreciate is that it never diminishes the role of the cops.
No, it never does.
It never makes them a joke.
No, well, they do that with Bullock occasionally.
Yeah, but it's Bullock.
Just occasionally, because Bullock is such a... He's
an over-the-top character. He's kind of the Homer Simpson of the show.
Yeah, but there are times where he really does pound it in. Like this movie, so far, he really has been like, dude, he's getting it done, man, because, I mean... He's not going to let Barbara Gordon die. He's
not going to let Commissioner Gordon down.
Yeah, they're like family to him, man. I mean, as you know, Bullock does not have like a really nice history at all. So he's only got the cops. And here we got
computers doing things they can never do. That is my least favorite trope of anything is when computers do things in movies that they should not be able to do.
Whatever. I mean, it's a movie. Let it go. It's okay. It's okay. But I swear to God, if you start the Let It Go, oh no, nope, you're fired.
Well, we just started.
I know, right? You just that quick.
First episode, and I've been fired.
Here we go. Again, Barbara's being extremely resourceful. And I thought this was really awesome. This actually looked like the shot from Star Wars
with the
probe droid where they're about to torture Princess Leia.
Dr. Ball, MD.
Yes, that's right, Dr. Ball. Again, they're not stealing it from it. It's just one of those cues that
exactly.
Here we go. This is a great little sequence where they hear some shit, walk in and like. Oh fuck! And now this I thought was spooky. Just these giant shards that shot up. I mean, like, holy shit! If that thing hits you, I mean, can you imagine like getting like a leg stuck in there, and having to break it off and just oh man,
having to keep on going.
Oh Jesus, that would be so badass if it wasn't like a aim for families. Like just have that straight up happen because now they totally wouldn't be doing that. I mean, you could totally see, Bruce Timm and Paul Dini doing that sort of thing.
Oh, absolutely.
In the new directed-video things. But this is for families. We want to show that Batman can be serious and made for families, and not this incomparable bullshit that Schumacher's doing. And so okay, here we go. Now, why do? Okay, again, this is really bad nitpicking, but again, why are all the pipes leading to the most convenient places for the plot?
I know, right?
Well, again, geeky nitpicking, but it certainly gets for some good drama. So
yeah, it moves the story along, which is the important part.
So we can't nitpick too much. All right, so here we go, Nora Freeze, and I'm actually kind of amazed that.
What's your pocket?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm kind of amazed that Nora Freeze is like totally fine with being in this frigid atmosphere with just a sheet.
Well, she's been like that for a while now, and she's not awake at this point.
That shot actually looks like it was from one of the episodes where Freeze walks through the door and just points it at the camera, and you get the swirl effect. I thought that was pretty. That was probably one of my favorite Mr. Freeze moments.
Everyone, calm the fuck down!
Yeah,
calm the fuck down!
My wife isn't dead. Nope, not yet. I'm not dead.
I feel happy.
Think
I feel
happy.
Actually, she should
Same time next week.
Yeah, she should. She should just take that pipe and just go roll right into it. All right, so now that is another thing. Why didn't Mr. Freeze take Nora just straight up to a hospital?
Exactly.
I'm actually curious. I mean, genuinely curious as to why. I mean, I know she has a rare disease, and he's a scientist and wants to help her and that sort of thing. And he's one of the few people on the planet to qualify to do it. But really, why can't he get some research to a hospital? I mean, he just has a condition. And the only problem that he has right now is he's revenge driven, which is totally understandable. But dude, get help. It's not the world.
It's not going to be difficult here.
The world isn't gonna end if you go out and ask for help from someone. And Lord knows, if Gotham really knew the truth about Victor Freeze, I bet everyone would pitch in.
He'd be a terribly tragic figure in Gotham City.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm a bear, etc.
A bear, motherfucker.
So why did So why did they even lock him in that door if they knew that door wouldn't hold anyway?
Why do we even have that lever?
It looks cool. That's why.
Wrong lever, Kronk.
And here we are with a cliche elevator thing. Just gets away in time. Cliche, but whatever. Again, it's one of those moments where it's not stealing from anything. It's just trying to use the right cue. Whatever. Now, this is the moment that I was talking about where we actually reveal where we are. And it's actually a pretty badass reveal. Because watching it as a kid, I had no idea what this was until they actually, said it later in the movie.
I don't remember, actually.
Oh, you don't remember this?
No.
All right, well, hang on. This is actually really cool. I haven't seen
this movie in like 20 years.
That's true, because... Well, it hasn't been 20 years. It's only been like...
15.
Yeah, it's 15...
All right. Actually,
13 years.
It came in 98. I watched it on VHS.
Yeah. And it's out in the ocean, and this is really cool. Again, I really love what they do with the backgrounds, with the airbrush kind of stuff. Give it the fog.
She's on an oil rig.
Yeah. See, when looking at that as a kid, I had... Whatever. She's trapped. That's the point. I had no idea it was an oil rig because
that oil rig is very similar to the one that's seen in Mystery of the Batwoman too, which I find interesting.
Is it the same one? Gothcorp, the People Company. That's actually
Gothcorp.
That's the that was run by Mr. Ferris Boyle, voiced by Mark Hamill, who turned Mr. Freeze into the guy he is today. How awful. Good night, humanitarian. God, Batman's such a badass.
Wayne Corp.
Of course, I really loved how I really loved how it was named Ferris Boyle to Boyle and Freeze. I thought that was a nice little touch.
That is nice. I never noticed that before.
Oh, you didn't? No. Yeah, that was the whole point because the producers are like, we and look at this animation. Do you notice how they actually still use the focus pull?
Huh.
Because, as you know, if you're a studier of early Walt Disney stuff, focus pull in animation is really hard because you have to do 2 layers of animation, and they have to sync with each other as they go in and out of focus. So that's really tough to do. So, and I always appreciate it when animators try to use that because it's technically it is possible in animation, but it's just really really hard, and I always appreciate going that extra level. And here we go again with Batman doing detective work, but as Bruce Wayne. When have we ever seen that before?
Look at the background.
Yeah, that's actually really cool.
It's just so Art Deco there.
Mm-hmm. But one other point in like the have we ever seen Batman do any like real detective work as Bruce Wayne out in the real world? In like Batman or Returns or Forever?
In the movies, no.
Because you know why? Because Schumacher sucks.
Yeah.
Nice guy, man, but I'm sorry. Oh, Jesus. Those movies were just bastard childs that we never wanted to look at. Now here we go with Batman and Robin. I love this interrogation. And can we just kind of agree that Batman is like a super creeper?
Well, yeah.
And here we are, more detective work, and yet it's still like straightforward. It's earnest.
Yeah. It's not, I know it because I'm Bat-God.
Or because I'm going to punch in this right amount of data, but they're actually like trying to connect the pieces. Mm-hmm. So I thought, I thought that was really cool. There's the 5.
Oh, it's a 555 number.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Alan Smithy's number.
And now we have
once again the computer doing things they can't do.
In the car, man. In the Batmobile.
Car.
But who cares? It's the fucking Batmobile. You can do whatever. You can do whatever the fuck you want with a Batmobile.
Still the coolest Batmobile in my opinion.
I will agree.
I still like Tim Burton's Batmobile the best.
The Anton First?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I don't know, man. This thing is amazing.
It is.
It looks practical too, which is the other thing.
Yeah. Again, it in animation. Oh, definitely. But if I had to choose a live action one, definitely Anton First.
Oh, absolutely.
And now this Kunak kid. What do you guys think of him? Because looking back on it, he's like, what if Short Round was actually not annoying?
Hey, I like Short Round.
He is just
he's the distract from the awfulness of Willie.
Okay, I'll give it to you on that one. But he's still it's just that the fact that he yelled every single one of his lines. At least he did shit. But anyway, getting back to this guy, Kunak, what do you guys think of this guy, with this little character right here?
I got nothing.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've watched this one, honestly.
He's not a
I don't think he
racism trope.
Yeah, and he doesn't really hinder the plot or anything like that.
He's just sort of there.
I think he was there for the family audience.
Yeah,
having like a little kid, because there's that one little comedic beat when we first meet him where he kind of falls over because there's too many fish. Just like a little laugh for the little kids or whatnot. But ultimately, I think it's not bad because it also shows a softer side of Mr. Freeze.
Yeah,
because you can tell he's
the bears.
His giant pet bears. Now this is like total bat creep right here, but it's awesome because.
Well, the best bat creep of all time is when Batman versus Amanda Waller.
Oh man, I know, right?
Yes.
Get dressed. I thought that was creepy. Bitch talk. I'm Batman.
I am Groot.
I'm Batman.
I am Groot.
I'm Batman. Oh man, this is gonna go on forever.
I'm Groot.
And now we have this. Now, isn't this a really cool thing that they have, drug testing experiments and investments that gone wrong in a Batman movie for kids? Dude, really think about it. Because I remember as a kid, that kind of stuff went completely over my head. But watching it again, I'm like, holy crap! These guys are actually playing it like earnest to the point where the adults can actually kick in. Because to me, that's the right balance for a family movie. Having stuff for kids that's not completely going to scar them for life, but still willing to scare them and excite them and get them excited and everything. But
like Jack Kirby, I just noticed that.
Well, that's. I think if you want full-on Jack Kirby, look at what was it? The Inspector from Superman animated series. Dan Turpin.
Yes,
Dan Turpin.
He was definitely designed to be.
Of course,
Jack Kirby.
After they killed him off in Superman animated series, they actually dedicated that episode to Jack Kirby himself.
And I love how it's an old tape deck.
Yeah. Great shit.
Machine. Like,
great shit.
You have to look at this and
I'm amazed
imagine.
by the fact that you younger folks love old technology. I'm like, I'm moving forward. I want computers. I want cell phones.
Fuck that shit, dude.
Justin's like, basically, yeah. No,
retro
you guys are
retro shit is awesome. It's got
vinyl
more
and
retro
tracks.
Oh yeah, retro shit just has a lot more character to it. I mean, look at this shit. I mean, I would kill to have a Batcave computer like this.
I'm actually kind of surprised we didn't take that deck we saw today.
Right? I told you, man. But maybe next time we go back, we'll grab it and see if we can get it working again.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of badass.
That'd be awesome.
Here's some more detective work, man. Dude, this Batman does a lot of detective work in this movie, doesn't he? Batman it really is the Dark Knight detective.
Although my favorite detective point in Batman Beyond, though, is still computer, analyze this.
Just analyze.
Yeah.
But no, this one he's actually connecting the dots. Like here he's like I found out where it is because he's 5 miles offshore. I mean, that's Batman. That's Batman, the Dark Knight detective. Thank God. Oh man, I can't. I hate to keep overpraising this movie, but dude, thank God for Bruce Timm and Paul Dini and Eric Radomski and Boyd Kirkland, who wrote and directed this thing, man. Thank God they bring in the Dark Knight detective back and not just making him like a McDonald's spokesperson.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Do not give that woman a whip.
I think she's been taking some lessons from Catwoman.
Rule 34.
Oh my God! Can you imagine the threesome between the three of them and Batman?
Seen the artwork.
Oh fuck! They're really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Hentai Foundry. Folks.
Okay, so CG Batman. Here's some CG stuff. Okay, now look at the bat. It actually looks pretty cool.
Yeah, and it doesn't seem unnatural the way it does in it does in Justice League Unlimited.
Yeah, because I mean, when you look at it, it doesn't. It does feel out of place, but you know, the stylization is just so cool to look at that you kind of really don't care that you can, because like this, it's definitely. Even this, it all has like a real. Even though that is like really bad by nowadays standards, that's still pretty cool.
Yeah,
I mean, look at that. Look at that. I think Bruce Timm and all the other guys were looking at that the launch sequence in Batman Forever, and we're gonna make this shit better.
Or like the iconic point where the Batwing goes up on the moon.
In Batman, definitely. Actually, here's another great thing. This kid, this is why I really admire the team that brought us this stuff so much, because Kunak also brings another little nice thing in here. He gives the audience like, dude, you're holding down a woman to cut her open for an organ transplant. Mm-hmm. Can't someone do something about this? Against her, I mean, Jesus.
Da, 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 da. Enter Batman.
Bat Kid, more like it. Alaskan Bat Kid to the rescue!
I'd actually go for a show like that.
Alaskan Bat Kid?
Yeah.
It sounds like a Discovery Channel show.
Why don't you talk about this on
Alaskan Bat Kid.
Oh my God, yes!
Swamp People.
Yes.
Duck Dynasty. Alaskan Bat Kid.
We've talked about this on the on our podcast before. Give us something new.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? If
Alaskan Batman would be awesome.
Alaskan Bat Kid, man.
Alaskan Bat Kid.
Okay.
With his arch nemesis, Sarah Palin.
Ow!
Oh my God, that's evil.
Deeply hurtful. Funny, but hurtful.
Oh, it's hilarious, man. That's actually a really kick-ass shot of the whole.
Yeah.
Yeah, it brings the scope in, which is really
Oh,
nice.
look at that. Look at that, dude. They even got the shadows right. Mm-hmm. Hey, look, Star Wars. Star Wars reference.
Yeah.
Dude, this is awesome. I love this. Okay, so there's Gregory Bell. Now, watch this. I love how they move. Boom. Dude, that's awesome.
Bears.
Just more bears.
I mean, can you imagine looking at that from a distance, like a woman in peril like that? Just two polar bears just coming out of a friggin' doorway, coming right after her. And now that I thought was really cool. That is
water
awesome.
effect.
Dude, that's awesome. That's like Batman is awesome. Okay, so we got... Now, how is she able to keep running away from those things?
Because she's fucking Batgirl.
See that?
I mean, really, there's nothing else to say. I mean, she's Batgirl.
I'm Batman.
I'm Batgirl.
Okay, now I remember watching this again. He shoots like a shitload of bullets. Now a revolver, as you know, only has 6.
Or 5.
But
depending on the.
But he fired 8 shots, and he's still going. And why is he trying to shoot her?
Good question.
Dude,
that's the thing.
As a doctor, he should know that's not the best thing to do for a patient that you're about to operate on.
Yeah.
Not to mention that he's shooting at a friggin' oil rig that could go any moment. And that's total. No. Yes. Dude. Can you just imagine it mutants! Surrender now or be destroyed!
Oh, Jesus.
And it's interesting how they have Robin come in instead of Batman. I guess they wanted to get on. That totally wasn't going to happen. Totally. We didn't see that coming. If you're going to have an oil rig, let's totally not blow it up and just have us a mediocre fist fight between the two villains. But fuck it. Let's blow this shit up. This is animation. This is animation, damn it, where we're not limited by blowing up an entire oil rig.
Like I was saying earlier, my friend Andrew and I we hated this movie because there is nothing in here that could not have been live action and better than Batman and Robin.
It really, if you think about it, this movie could have been shot totally on a live action scale. Can you imagine?
Exactly.
Can you imagine Chris Nolan doing something like this?
I mean, not even Chris Nolan. How about Robert Zemeckis?
Yeah, dude. Or who
especially
would be
at the time too?
Who would be a really great live action Batman director? Oh my god, I'm trying to think. Fuck, man, there's got to be. I can't think of him off the top of my head. Although I don't, even as much as we love you, Kevin Smith, I don't think he would have made a great Subzero movie.
Plus, he doesn't really want to do that.
He will admit he's not an action director.
No, but and besides, we probably would have totally he probably would have cast himself as one of the polar bears.
He's not old enough. He's not old enough.
In Hollywood Babylon, he was talking about, if they had cast Ben Affleck in the 90s as Batman, I would be the fucking Riddler.
The Penguin.
Or the Joker. The Penguin. Yeah, exactly, the Penguin.
All right, this moment I love between those two. The trapped, polar bears coming at him. Wait. Now!
Jump.
Oh, that's so awesome!
God damn it, Earl!
Pyle!
Jesus Christ, Pyle! If God wanted you up here, he would have magicked your ass up here.
Now this I thought was cool. Now this one, help, dude! That's a really earnest scream, man. Who was the one who performed Barbara Gordon in this one? Because she does a fantastic voice.
Mary Kay Bergman.
Yeah, she. Oh man, all of the voice actors in here are just fantastic. I mean, Kevin Conroy speaks for himself, and so does Lauren Lester as Robin, and who was Michael and Sarah as Victor Fries. I mean, actually, Michael and Sarah passed away a couple of years ago.
Same with and Ephraim Zimbalist Jr. died.
Last
year, I think.
Both of them were really. They were surprisingly old.
Yeah,
because I think when Michael Anzera was doing the voice for Mr. Freeze, I think he was in his 80s. Mm-hmm. Because he was famous for doing. He was playing Native American.
It's a very anime shot right there.
Yes, it is. He was known for playing animated, Native American roles in 50s television. I forget exactly the roles, but oh god damn!
Something just broke there. I don't know what. I don't care what they say. Something broke.
Yeah. Probably like a rib.
Yeah,
a rib, possibly
or a wrist.
Forearm.
Yeah. I'm working on it.
Oh Jesus! Now this shot coming up, you look at it and holy Jesus, man! The scale of this thing is huge. And there's actually one where the explosions really intensify, and you just feel you actually feel the flames on this thing. It's not this one. It's coming up. Not this one either, because it's actually a pan up. I swear it's coming.
I believe you.
Yeah, and now how the hell are they supposed to finish an operation with a fire like that in oil?
I know, right?
This shot right here. Look how huge this thing is. That fire is massive, man. And what a fucking dick, man. Dude, do you know how much shit Victor Fries has gotten? And you're just going to push him in front of a whole bunch of burning debris?
Again.
And he fucking broke his leg in that one, man.
Oof. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. And okay, yeah. Here, now this I thought was pretty cool and clever. Going down, brace yourself. Boom. And the texture on the ice is also really nice. Is that actually looks? Yeah, that's definitely painted. Because as we've said before, the backgrounds and not just this movie, but the animated show in general is just outstanding because of the dark deco stuff. Yep. Just the dark deco stuff is awesome. But okay, here we go.
One of the things I actually liked was the when they did the backgrounds, they actually showed them on black paper with artistic.
That's the dark deco stuff. Yep.
Yeah.
Boom. Oh man, I still love that there's really not a whole lot of Batman in this movie. Do you notice? I mean, really, how many minutes are we?
Sort of a force of nature in this film.
Mm-hmm.
Backdraft.
Now this I thought was pretty cool. Mr. Freeze fighting fire. For a movie called Subzero, there's actually a lot of heat in this movie.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting? Like, there's, big-ass fires.
It's very ironic.
Well, big-ass fires where you can feel the flames. You're out in the middle of the summer.
Why not just hand Batman the freeze gun there?
That's actually a really good point. I never thought of that. Dude. Well, I guess you'll find out. Don't worry. Actually, you'll find out in a moment. Because again, Dan, after watching this, Dan stated his friends like, dude, there's really nothing wrong with this movie, and I kind of agree. There's other than the geeky nitpicks, there's really not a whole lot to be said bad about it.
It's such a better film than Batman and Robin.
Dude, come on, what comparison is it?
Most movies are better than Batman and Robin.
This movie right here is actually
Plane 9 from Outer Space is better than Batman and Robin.
This movie right here is actually better than probably Tim Burton's first Batman movie.
I'd have to watch them again.
Well, remember, in Michael Keaton Batman, the first one kind of meanders around and not
just
really
a bit,
sure.
Yeah.
This one, dude, this is the Dark Knight detective at work here.
Well, for me, it's unfortunately, you gotta understand, I grew up when that movie came out. I remember in '89, and everything was Batman.
You know what? I guess if you take away the whole... This is actually really cool.
The hype.
Boom! Poof. Fuck you, bitch. Oh, I love that. Okay, but if you take away the whole nostalgic factor and look at Batman as just like on its own,
Jack Nicholson was not a good Joker.
Yeah, hey, watch him. Just easy.
I'm sorry.
Don't piss off too many people. We want people to watch the show.
You know the person I would love to see as Joker?
Who?
Paul Bettany.
There you go. But he was up for it. He
would have been an amazing Joker.
He was up for it for Chris Nolan, but
and they went with fucking
Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger, and it was just
what? Hey, just do wait. Give him a few minutes, or give him a few movies. When the Suicide Squad movie tanks, he'll step in to rescue you. Just you wait. Just you wait.
I don't want to play the Joker. Damn it!
Just thought that. You listening, Warner Brothers? This is your next Joker, Daniel Gill, right here.
Hello.
But right here, this
Batman.
Wow. Okay.
Sorry. Is that too much?
A little. But as I was saying before, this movie is actually better than Tim Burton's original Batman movie. So again, right here, you can see Mr. Freeze fighting the flames outside. So it's it's totally cool if he kept it. I mean, it's Mr. Freeze's gun. Don't take my stuff. And of course, they're about to be trapped, and boom, Mr. Freeze saves them. That's just, dude, right? Yes, Mr. Freeze has some redemption in him.
Mr. Freeze is not. Well, he wasn't really a villain in my opinion. He was a tragic hero.
He really is. I mean, he's a lot like what Harvey Dent became in The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
He's out for revenge, and you're like, dude, no, you've had crap dealt to you, but this is not the way to handle things. We want to help you.
Overcome.
We want to help you, Harvey. We want to help you, Victor.
Batman
we do.
Knew exactly what was going on right there.
Yeah.
Freeze knew he was going to die,
and Batman's like, well, I mean, he's like he also knew in his heart that he would die before he'd let Nora die.
Yeah.
And he would, as a good soldier Batman is, he's going to honor that wish. And here we have our little tribute, our pre-tribute to Fellowship of the Ring.
Yeah.
Our pre-tribute. Totally, right?
The birds.
And flush, right? That's awesome. Now, here's where... now, this is one of my favorite Batman moments. If I don't get back in time, go without me! And just leaves before, Robin can stop him. That's Batman right there. He'll run right into a burning building to save a life. especially if it's one who's worth saving like Victor Fries.
One
Now,
of my favorite lines is from Kingdom Come. When you strip everything away, you just another person who doesn't want to see anyone else die.
yeah. Now here's something. Dude, ow! That was nasty.
Yeah, that would have.
Looking at this as a kid, I'm like, Jesus, man.
Plus, imagine how much of a jolt having Freeze fall.
Oh man.
Would be on Batman's shoulder. That would have been a dislocated shoulder.
Yeah, I think his shoulder is dislocated at this point.
Yeah.
And oh man, dude, poor Mr. Freeze, man. Come on, give this guy a break. I'm gonna cry. But yeah, they But you know, Batman's like, forget about it. Doesn't matter. Don't forget it. It doesn't exist. Because that's totally year one shit. And now here we have our tribute to the ending of Return of the Jedi, Death Star blowing up.
Yeah.
And boom! Yeah. Boom. And of course this I thought was really cool. And I thought it was
skipping Batman.
Ow! Dislocated the other shoulder. Yeah. But I thought that was always a practical exit because one, Batman looks like a badass, except for this, like when his cape gets tangled up. But I thought that's kind of cool anyway.
Yeah, that's just a human moment.
Yeah, he's like he doesn't always have to look like a bat as a silhouette. But I thought that was a really practical exit for him because it looks badass, and quite frankly, there's really not a whole lot of room left in that cockpit.
Nope.
Am I the only one who flashed on Futurama in that scene? Like,
yeah.
You've all seen the first episode of Futurama where you've got Bender, she'll be coming around the mountain.
Now this is an awesome shot. Just the polar bears leaving, and you're like,
Mr. Freeze.
Boom. Mm-hmm. And you're like, thank Christ, dude. And I hope he can make it, and thankfully he does, because it flash forwards about, I don't know, 2-3 months afterwards. And
I remember Andrew and I discussing about how Nora would have actually reacted if the organ transplant had been a success.
Well, no, here it is. I mean, look at this. I mean, Miss Nora Freeze has been revived from her, and has gone through the organ transplant, and it was all paid for by Bruce Wayne.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So, even though, Batman couldn't save Mr. Freeze, he still did his job and honored Mr. Freeze, Mr. Freeze's wife. And it turns out, under the CEO, Bruce Wayne, the surgery's been declared a success.
They take his goggles off so they actually can see his eyes.
Mm-hmm. And I think right here is the moment where they kind of turn into ice crystals, which I thought was absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Dude, she's been revived, man. Mm-hmm. She's back. And it's all right. And it's a shame that Mr. Freeze will never know. Oh, my God. Look at that, dude. He gets somewhat of a happy ending. Mm-hmm. Too bad in Batman Beyond things go completely downhill.
Well, and even before that, there is an episode where he comes back in the Gotham Knights segment.
Yeah, that's right.
With the spider head.
Yeah.
But you think about it, and you just feel so sorry for this man, because in Batman Beyond, he never actually got to reunite with his wife after she was revived. Because apparently in the canon, Nora married the surgeon that saved her life.
Yeah.
And
starring the voices of Kevin Conroy as
fucking
Batman.
A, dude. I salute you.
Michael Ansara as Mr. Freeze.
God rest his soul. Lauren
Lester as... Who the fuck is Lauren Lester?
Lauren Lester...
Robert Costanzo as Bullock, man. That's like the best.
Mary Kay Bergman as... Oh my God, Dean Jones?
Yep.
He just passed away.
Oh my God, did he?
Yeah, just today, as a matter of fact.
Oh my God. Oh my God, wow. Wow.
Tress McNeil?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, she's
Lauren
kind of in
Tom.
everything. Yeah, she's kind of in everything.
Yeah. Mary Kay Bergman was the original Batgirl in the series, and then Batgirl was taken over by Tara Strong.
Yeah. And both of them did a fantastic job.
Oh, yeah.
Although, even though I love Tara Strong because she's literally a woman of 1,000 voices, I kind of like Mary's a little bit better. Just a little, because she was the breaking point.
Okay, I'm gonna do some work, ladies and gentlemen, but I may be able to get Steven Strait on the show.
All right, cool.
Steven Strait is a voice actor on Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, sweet.
He's actually friends with my sister.
Dude.
Wow.
Nice.
Yes, I'm gonna try.
Oh, cool. We got to...
We're gonna do a side nachos.
Definitely.
Okay, so
All right.
we got Tom Smith, Stephen Strait, and Katie.
Sweet. Oh, man. Look at the lineup we got for you people. This is going to be great. We're going to have fun here on
We can pull this
CommTrack.
off.
Here on the Radioactive Walrus Entertainment Network.
Oh, my God.
Booyah.
Hooah!
Hooah. Let's see. Lauren Lester. It's in Parenthood. It was in the movie Max
Bones.
as William Wiseman.
Yeah, small-time stuff, but you know what? He'll still...
Halo 4.
He's... Whatever. He'll still be Robin for pretty much all my... You say Lauren Lester, I'm going to think Robin.
He was Hal Jordan on Brave and the Bold.
That's awesome.
Oh wow.
Cool.
I
So,
like Brave the Bold. It was a good show.
So, thoughts and feelings about this one, because, I mean, I've stated before, there's really nothing wrong with this movie.
It's a fun film.
Mm-hmm.
And it came at a time where Batman needed to rescue us at the movies.
Yes.
Oh, man, thank God for Kevin Conroy. He is such a hero.
I'm really hopeful about Ben Affleck as Batman.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'm also having a little bit of what's I'm looking for?
Doubt?
Yeah. I'm willing to give it a shot.
Hey,
He was on
man.
Deep Space Nine.
Hey, man. If Ben Affleck could pull off Daredevil, and at least we all kind of agree that we like Daredevil.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If we piss off you listeners, sorry, but that's just how we think.
Yeah, he was great as He was great in Daredevil. The problem was the rest of the movie sucked.
Yeah.
Except Michael Clark Duncan as Kingpin, because he was fucking awesome.
Yes.
Hey, Colin Farrell was pretty awesome as Bullseye. They let him go crazy with his Irish accent. That was awesome.
I was iffy on that. And the whole fight scene between Elektra and Matt in the...
Oh, in the playground?
yeah, that was a bit much.
That was just them kind of winking off to the wire work, but who
That
cares?
was bad.
Meh, whatever. It was a
All right.
thing. But yeah, otherwise, this another thing that I haven't mentioned because it's just starting to come up is the sound design for not just this one but the entire show. Do you know how grand these things sound on your like your home theater with 7.1 surround sound? These actually sound. The soundtracks on these are amazingly well done.
Mm-hmm.
Everything from the Foley work to the music and the actual voice recording and all, and just everything mixed together. The quality of the sound is just fantastic. I mean, again, I really hate to keep praising this movie over and over again, but really, what can you say that's bad about this?
It's a great film.
Yeah, exactly, it is.
And it is over.
Yes, it is.
All
But
right, from all of us at Radioactive Walrus Entertainment,
we bid you good night, and we welcome you back to CommTrack ASAP, because you should never watch a movie alone.
yes.
CommTrack is hosted by Tim Leifheit, that's me, Jonathan Knoell, and Daniel Gill, and was created by me, Tim Leifheit. If you have any questions, comments, or would like to make a suggestion for a future show, contact us at CommTrackPodcast@gmail.com or find us on YouTube at CommTrack Podcast. And you can also find us through the Radioactive Walrus Entertainment Network at radioactive.walrus.entertain@gmail.com. Find us on Twitter at Radio Walrus Pod, YouTube at Radioactive Walrus, all one word, or like and comment on our Facebook page. Again, you have been listening to CommTrack, where you never have to watch a movie alone again. Thank you, and good night.
This has been a production of Radioactive Walrus Entertainment.